this is Ellie, and welcome to Chamber Chatting. I am here with Missy Herndon of Interfaith of the Woodlands. Hi, Missy.
Hello, Ellie. How are you?
Good. Thank you for joining us today.
I'm happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
So, Missy, we are talking about getting back to school on Chamber Chatting. So, tell me a little bit about Interfaith and some of its rich history.
Absolutely. We'd love to. So, Interfaith has been around for 43 years in the Woodlands, created by Mr. Mitchell. As he's starting this wonderful master plan community that we live in, he wanted a place for truly to bring in the worship places of the Woodlands, wanting them to be of differing faiths and backgrounds. And so he started Interfaith initially to incubate churches.
Okay.
And over time, that has evolved. But from the very beginning, our mission was always to build a more loving and caring community through service. And we do that in a variety of ways. And we have continued that mission and vision for all of these years through a variety of programs and services that we do in the community to help families in need and in crisis, to help our seniors, and to help people through difficult times, particularly such as back to school, which can be very trying financially.
Very good. So, Missy, what is your role at Interfaith?
I am the CEO and president of Interfaith of the Woodlands, as well as Interfaith Community Clinic.
Wow, a big job. We
Yes.
appreciate you doing that. So tell us a little bit more about what back to school means to Interfaith and how you facilitate and what kind of resources you provide.
Absolutely. Well, first of all, back to school is such a fun time at Interfaith. Right now, our halls are filled with families that otherwise would have a really difficult time getting their school supplies and backpacks and a first day of the school outfit. But they come to us this week, which is the week before back to school. They come and they are so excited because most of them bring their children, and they are so ecstatic. For so many of them, Interfaith is where they get their school supplies. And so we help those families that are either in short-term crisis, like whether it's something's gotten them off for the month, like a major repair or a medical issue. It could be a longer-term crisis, like where they've lost their job or have a major issue going on at the home. And what we've found is we help them in a variety of ways with actual bills and things like that. But during school supplies or school time, as well as during back to school time, as well as the holidays, it adds extra stress on families.
Sure.
Because it's such an expensive time.
Yes.
And so for us to be able to help alleviate that burden so that they're able to use monies that they normally would use maybe on school supplies they could use to put back toward their rent or to help themselves in whatever way that they need to get their family back on their feet.
Okay.
So for us, it's just such a blessing. And we're able to do that because we have a really tremendous community that donates school supplies as well as funding so that we can buy the school supply packs.
Wow, that's once you place it that way, there's so much emphasis on the holidays, like you said, about those funds getting tighter and tighter, but you don't always think about it with back to school, and that's very enlightening, and it makes total sense. We appreciate that you serve our families and our community in that way.
Absolutely. Well, if I could say, our back to school program is called Kits for Kids, and it's because we truly give out the very large kits that the PTOs in our area give out. So it's school grade and sometimes gender specific based upon whatever the needs of that school are.
Okay.
So we want the children that come to Interfaith to get their school supplies to start the first day of school just like the rest of their peers with the same exact school supplies as the one next to them, whose family may have gotten that through the PTO or directly from the school. And then additionally, we also do a brand new backpack as well as a voucher to our Hand Me Up shop for a brand new outfit for the first day of school.
Oh, that's awesome.
So, which is really great. And it's so nice because when you think about what it truly costs to start one child in school, between clothes, a new backpack, and the school supplies, you're easily at about $200, and that's for an elementary age child, let alone someone, as they get into junior high and high school. And we support all of the schools in South Montgomery County, as well as support some of the lower income schools in the area with additional school supplies, just loose school supplies from all the amazing drives we've done from the community. And then this year, something that we're doing that we're really exciting, we partnered with a member congregation of ours, the Church of Latter-day Saints, and they're actually on Sunday going to be creating 1,200 starter packs. And we've identified schools in the Woodlands as well as in Conroe area and Spring area to drop those to them the first week of school. And that's really to help because so many, particularly in some of the lower income schools, the teachers go out and buy those extra school supplies.
Absolutely.
And so many children at home don't have a pencil or crayons to do their homework. And so by providing these packs, we have them all grade specific, as well as some super treats for the kids, like some bookmarks that we're making and some other things and that the congregation is making. But basically it's to go and they're able to use those in the classroom, they're able to use those at home, those packs. Those teachers can pass those out as they need to children that do not have, or students that do not have supplies. So.
That's wonderful. So Missy, tell us about what a large nonprofit like Interfaith, how do you utilize your chamber membership? You do so much for our community, and there's so many ways to give back. How does a chamber membership kind of roll into all that?
Absolutely. Well, we absolutely love the chamber. It's such a wonderful organization, bringing all of the businesses together. It's so nice to have. It's truly, we consider Interfaith such a uniting group, if you will, and the chamber is the same way, right? So many people from so many different industries coming together to make our community better. So it just so fits in the line of Interfaith's mission. So we're so happy to be involved. We love being able to be a part to know, one is just to be in the know of what's happening in the area. I always feel like you're kind of the first to know things because the chamber is so in touch with the needs of the community, meeting those needs and how they're being met. You know, we attend so many of your groups, so many of your different networking breakfasts and meetings. I personally co-team lead and moving in to be the team leader for the CRT team, so the Community Relations team, which I've been on for several years, which is where most of the nonprofits come together. And so it's such a great way to network and understand and get to know all the wonderful nonprofits you all have. I think you have like 175 plus
There's a lot of
nonprofits that are members here, and to really work together to help fulfill each other's missions, which is nice. And it's also the one thing where the chamber all comes together because they support so many of these nonprofits through our monthly projects that we do through CRT. So I really enjoyed working on that team and look forward to doing that moving forward. The chamber's just been so great. We use it for networking with our directory. So the Interfaith of the Woodlands Business and Community Directory is something that's been around for 42 years. It's our local phone book and resource guide. And so we're able to work and network with a lot of businesses to include them in that. Our newest publication, the book, The Woodlands, which I was like,
beautiful
it's right over
book.
there. Thank you. I see it sitting there. We've been able to work on articles because we have contract writers that do all of our editorials. We come up with story ideas as we hear about new things that are coming to the area. We really want that to become, if you will, the book that as people come into the area, they see what the Woodlands is about and for, the values of the area, the people that make it up. And so much of that is that we can contribute to the chamber and allowing us to know all the new businesses that come through, the people, the community groups. It's a great place for everybody to come together.
Yes, we love Interfaith, and we love that how your involvement in the chamber. I think there is somebody from the Interfaith crew on almost every single team here at the chamber,
Absolutely.
and we are so privileged and feel so proud to have you as such an integral part of our chamber. So thank you for that.
You're so welcome. Well, I can tell you too, from Interfaith's perspective, it's something that our staff loves to do and be a part of, and whether it's from a professional development standpoint or truly just being being involved in the community, it's one of those things where everyone is, if you will, fighting on who's going to go to this one next. And so it's like, you can't have 10 people there, but it's nice that we're able to spread out because you all have so many wonderful groups and different groups that there's a niche, if you will, for everybody. So it works out really well. So glad to be a part.
Yeah. Well, Missy, how can chamber members give back to Interfaith and participate in any kind of back to school initiatives?
Absolutely. Well, one is during this time of the year, and we actually start our programs in June for back to school. So anytime throughout the summer or even over the next month, loose school supplies can always be dropped off. We have families that come in every day in crisis, and you would be truly surprised at what a difference a notebook, a pack of crayons, and a pencil can make to a child who doesn't have that at home, who's not able, as mentioned, to do their homework or to be able to complete their assignments at home because they don't have the tools to do so. So we keep those kinds of things in supply that we give out all year round. Of course, any mass donations that we would get over the next month, we would make sure that we get those to schools. We work with the counselors of Conner ISD to identify what schools are the most in need and that have yet to be served, and we get those school supplies to those schools.
That's phenomenal. So if we have some spare school supplies or things like that, can they be dropped off at the Interfaith
We
office?
would love for you to drop those off at the Interfaith office. The address is 4242 Interfaith Way. We're right in Panther Creek, so we're super centrally located. You can just bring them right into the front door, and we will know what to do with them and who to get them to.
Well, phenomenal. Thank you so much. Now, Missy, one last question for you. What is one thing that people might not know about Interfaith?
Probably the biggest thing that I see that people don't know is how multifaceted that we are.
Yes.
So often people know us for one thing that we do, like, oh, I know that you all do the food pantry, or my child attended the Child Development Center, the Interfaith Child Development Center, or hey, don't you have a clinic, which we do, which is a separate nonprofit, the Interfaith Community Clinic. Some may also know us for our workforce offices and the fact that we operate 13 workforce solutions offices in 9 surrounding counties of the Gulf Coast region. We have so many things from, as mentioned, the directory and the book, plus all of our wonderful community programs. So most people don't realize that we are more than just what sits in Panther Creek, and that we reach us much further beyond. And at the end of the day, all of the missions that we do are all focused on that, building the more loving and caring community through service, and we do it in all of those different ways. It's so interesting when you start sharing, and I could talk for the next 30 minutes about all the things that Interfaith does, but truly at the end of the day, it's about meeting community needs and helping people, empowering people, serving others is all what Interfaith is about. And so I think it's really truly amazing to think that, so many years ago, Mr. Mitchell had this vision for this organization, that we have truly stayed true to that mission for all of these years, and for each of you to know that, God forbid that you get into a situation or you're in crisis, that you have a place to go, but you always have a place that you can go and serve. And we see that on such a daily basis between our member congregations, our civic organizations that assist the schools, the corporations. Everybody comes together. We don't care about industries, race, religion, any of those things. It's all about bringing people together and truly sharing in the fact that we are so much more alike than we are different, and how giving this community is. And so it's just really such an amazing place to watch that happen in so many different ways. And so going back to your question, I hope I answered it, but really truly it's just how diverse that we are and the things that we do and why we do them. And it all comes back to the one big, which is to strengthen and build our community.
Well, it's a phenomenal vision and a phenomenal model that clearly you and so many others have worked so hard to make come to life, and we appreciate that very much. And we thank you for being a part of the chamber and a part of this community.
Well, thank you so much, and thank you for having me on today. I
Absolutely.
appreciate it.
I'm Ellie P.
And I'm Holly P.
And this is 2 Ps in a Podcast, where we tell you what's going on at the chamber this week.
So, Ellie, I'm really excited. We have our Meet the New Members Tuesday, August 23rd over at Berry Hill. Yes. We love Elaine Smith over at Berry Hill, and Berry Hill is so generous. I know they're going to have some really great bites and some really good food for us to partake in. So again, it's Meet the New Members right there at the Market Street location on 6 Pines from 5:30 to 7:30. It's a complimentary event, and all new members within the first 90 days get to get in front of everyone and do their 1-minute commercial. And it's a great opportunity to obviously network and tell everyone about your new business and all of that good stuff. So again, it's this Tuesday, the 23rd, from 5:30 to 7:30 over at Berry Hill Baja Grill.
We'll see y'all there. Okay, Holly, have you heard about our new golf championship?
I have, and it's got kind of a football flair to it.
So the Putt, Pass, and Chip Golf Championship, it's a football-themed golf tournament. So we really want to make this your most fun round of golf, we're going to say ever.
Okay.
Yep.
I like that.
So get on board. It's September 8th. We're going to golf up at the Wood Forest Golf Club on Fish Creek Thoroughfare in Montgomery. Thursday, September 8th, we're going to tee off at 8 o'clock. And we'll see y'all there. So there's still sponsorship opportunities available. We'd love for you to be a whole sponsor. It's a great time. We always have a big golf turnout and just have tons of fun.
Well, and it's a beautiful golf course on top of that.
It is a beautiful golf course.
So, And I think the weather will be accommodating, so I think it'll be a great day.
Yeah, I'm feeling good about the September 8th. I think it'll start getting cooler.
Yeah.
Have a good time. Have lots of good eats. We'll see y'all there.
This is Holly P.
And this is Emily P.
And this is Two Peas in a Podcast.
Thanks for joining us this week.